there, it's Julie Broad of Revenue.com with a real estate investing video tip for you. One of the biggest mistakes new real estate investors make is thinking that they've negotiated a great deal when they've negotiated using defects of the property to bring down the price. For example, sometimes you might look at a condo and negotiate the price down because it doesn't have a balcony, or you might negotiate the price down on a house because it doesn't have a garage. Well, you may not care that it doesn't have a balcony or that it doesn't have a garage, but if this is something you can't fix, then your renters and future buyer of this property will probably use these things against you too. I made this mistake years ago when I bought a 1-bedroom plus den condo in North Toronto. It was above the lobby, it didn't have a balcony, and I used those big things against the seller to bring the price down. At the time, I really didn't care that it didn't have a balcony because you weren't allowed to have a barbecue on the balcony, and to me that was really the only reason to have a balcony. So I didn't care that it didn't have a balcony, and I thought, hey, I'll use this against the seller. So I did, but future tenants always complained that there wasn't a balcony, and when I eventually sold it, the buyer of the property negotiated the price down because of these flaws that I couldn't fix. So what you need to do as a new real estate investor is be aware of the things you can't control. Even if you don't see it as a defect, you don't care about whether these things are there or they're not there, future tenants and buyer will think about these things and use them against you. So careful for what you can't control. Watch for things like lack of sunlight because of the positioning of the property. Look about for condos, proximity to elevators, availability of street parking. Even for single-family homes, you want to make sure there's enough parking. You also want to watch development, because one of the things that happened to me with this condo is 2,000 other units of almost the same size were built in the 5 years that I owned that condo all around it. So when I sold it, not only did they negotiate the price down, but the value of the property had not increased, even though it was going through the hottest condo boom Toronto had ever seen. So if you can negotiate the price down based on something you can fix, that's an opportunity. But if it's something you can't fix, then you need to be aware of that, because it's going to impact the future value and the future rent rates of that property. For more tips on making revenue with real estate, please visit revenue.com.